And so, just a little behind the scenes today. Um, yeah, I of course can't do today's stream up on the porch because, as I mentioned yesterday, I'm doing a hula hoop trick today. Um, and so we've got the extension cord covered with this little purple shade here. Got the ring light and, well, soon to be the phone covered in the umbrella. And then we have an extra little light because we're going to be performing out in this space, praying that it provides enough light to light up the whole performance. Just a little bit funny because it's raining just hard enough that it would mess with the electronics, but it's not raining hard enough to that where I need an umbrella. So this is the reason that I wanted to go behind the scenes today because I just thought it was a little funny that this is what we do when we have to film in the rain on a budget. That being said, I am going to switch the camera back around now. Let's see, settings, camera, and facing front. Now you'll have to forgive me for having my face so close to the camera. Normally I don't. I know it could be a scary sight for some of you, uh, or if not all of you. There we go. Now, I believe we have set this up nicely enough to be able to... Ta-da! Now, yes, I am in shorts. I apologize. You do have to also see my long legs today. So, this is a bit of a challenge. I tried to do some of my normal tricks earlier with this hula hoop. I've not done a video of my hula hoop tricking yet, only because I needed a little more practice. The part that is funny about this one is this one, as you can see, is probably a good 3 feet. I have not practiced on a hula hoop this big, is my point. And so, to be able to do any of the tricks I normally do, it takes a lot more effort because, one, it's a heavier hula hoop than I normally practice with. Two, it's just so big. And three, I already needed to practice with a regular size. So, that all being said, this should be fun. The other point is, while it looks bright, according to the camera, it ain't bright at all out here. It is so dark that it's not even funny. So any of the tossing in the air and catching it is going to also be a challenge because, yeah, I don't know if I will be able to see the hoop as easy. I mean, I don't even know if you guys can see the hoop at all. Please feel free to comment it in the chat, although I will have to walk closer to see the chat tonight. So also, one, just let me know if you can see the hula hoop for the different tricks. Also, this is one of those videos where it is a circus trick, not a magic trick or illusion. But there's nothing in the rules of a, well, quote unquote, 365 day or a tricky day made challenge stating it has to be a magic trick because it's for artists who do tricks all over the world. So like pole dancers, circus artists, fire eaters, fire breathers, fire spitters, magicians, illusionists. Basically, that the challenge is for anybody who does some sort of skill with their art form. Although it is traditionally designed, the challenge is for the challenge is traditionally for circus artists and then magicians and illusionists. But that all being said and taken care of now, let's get on to tonight's business. Ow! Oh, ow! That hurt. I was swinging the hula hoop as you saw, and it just bam in the back of the neck and the legs. Because once again, this is a much bigger hula hoop than I'm used to dealing with. So if you see me start to fumble, but catch it, please be patient with me as I may try any of those tricks again, or any of the tricks you see tonight multiple times, as I want to get it as flawless as possible. Also, kind of think of this as a practice session, because I could literally just do one trick and be done with the video, but I don't feel that's right to do that to you guys. So what I'm gonna do is do multiple tricks, kind of like a practice session. Because, like I said, I tried practicing earlier, but one, the rain wouldn't allow it, and two, just the sheer size of the hula hoop. But enough excuses. Let's get into the first move. Because if I get hit with this, it's not going to be fun or pretty. So we'll go to our grab point, and also the next step is getting a fire hoop. Now, some of you may be thinking the whole thing gets lit on fire. No, it has like 8 to 10 mini torches that extend off of it at various places, all around the hoop. Of course, with a slightly bigger gap. So let's say a normal gap is probably about this size, in between torch to torch. Well, there's a hand spot made specifically for it. So from this torch to this torch would be obviously a bigger gap, so that way you have a place for your hand. That's just how some of them are made, not all of them, but they are not cheap. So, yeah, that's not happening right now. And so without further ado, once again, let's see. So I've already done the regular swing. I've done the side-to-side swing, which was it. Okay, it was not that. That's the other thing, is the hula hoop is wet, which makes it so sufficiently harder. I'm going to go grab it because it rolled all the way to the other patio. The area I'm performing in right now is technically the driveway. Normally, where I'm standing, there is 2 to 3 vehicles parked because of how many people are living in the house. So, ow, oh, that hurt. Yeah, so tonight is practically just a night for your enjoyment of me going through pain, as the hula hoop is wet, will most likely keep slipping out of my hands. I am unpracticed in this, but I'm still attempting to do it for your entertainment pleasure. Like so. Now, some of these may be classified as easy because they are on a beginner level, but I will attempt to do some more intermediate stunts tonight with it. Now, there are other ones where I can't do them on the ground, only because of the material this is made from, and it will easily scratch it up with the ground I'm on, but I'm still going to attempt to do it anyways. Not the ground ones, though. So, if I'm not careful with that one, I will break my wrist. Basically, I will let you know when I'm starting it by telling you the dangerous part of it. So like these one-handed reversals, normally, so the normal version, the two-handed version, would be a reversal looking something like this. You catch it, and then you flip it around and start with your other hand, like this. Okay? Well, one-handed reversals are a little bit trickier because, one, you can very easily slip off and hit somebody, or you just have to run and go and get it, especially with the hula hoop being wet. The other one, so now it's hand to hand, not hand to hand. It's one hand switching. If you grab it at the wrong spot or hold on to it for too long, you can easily break your wrist just because of the sheer size and weight of the hoop. And so now that I've demonstrated that, I am going to go up a little bit in skill again, as doing this with the non-dominant hand is also skill. But no, I'm kidding. Going up in skill would be obviously, hold on, grab a good point to grab it. switching hand to hand, side to side. I think it's pretty obvious why I don't have to mention why this is dangerous. Um, as it's going a lot faster and it can tend to go sideways. Hold on, I'll show you guys in a moment. Okay, if you guys can see it now, how it's going, I'm gonna do it in slow motion basically. How it's going sideways now, whereas if it's in one hand, it's almost always gonna go straight up and down. And so when you're transferring from hand to hand, of course, one, you're always risking breaking your wrists because the what you call it, just the hand to hand transfers, and once again, sheer weight and force the hoop is outputting. Um, and then also the out, the chance it can hit. So transferring from hand to hand, obviously much harder. Now I do see some comments, and I also see that I forgot to put up the banner. So I'm gonna come up and read those. And let's see. All right. Oh wait, no, I did not forget to put up the banner. Haha, very funny, Brandon. Come on. Now StreamYard's not working. There we go. Put up your comment. Very funny, Brandon. So a lot of these though are very difficult only because of the sheer fact that the hula hoop is wet and it is coming in such a high force and possibly breaking my wrist at every turn. So on to one of the harder ones because of the unnatural. Well, okay, they are natural elements, but the ones you can't calculate for without a lot of stuff. And I wanted to do this while it was windy because I knew it was going to be a little windy. But tossing it up in the air. So one, you could do this during the daytime. Do this during the daytime. You could get rid of the darkness factor. Two, you could practice this more often than I have. Get rid of the skillness factor. But something you can never really truly account for is the wind. So once again, weight of the hoop, how hard it can hit me, what it can actually do to me. So really, in reality, the only thing you're gonna break while doing tricks with hula hoop is breaking your wrists or your ankles or your neck. Of course, only one of those is fatal. But it's not even like I've never heard of fatalities with a hula hoop. So, and of course, I can't speak that from experience because, of course, I'm still alive. So, the without further ado, it's the toss and catch. It may sound super simple, but it really is not when you think about it. So, like I said, the toss and catch is not as simple as it looks or sounds when done skillfully, because a lot of the times it's not done just by itself unless you're tossing it like super high into the air, which I'm not doing for one because it is a much bigger hula hoop than I practice on, and it's dark at night, or it's dark right now. So I'm not attempting that trick that I just attempted because that is the reason. It would not look very pretty, and it's just I don't want to do not pretty stuff for you guys. So we're gonna do it lightly, not very hard. Oh, and it still messes up because it goes and rolls into the wet grass. So if you forgive me for a moment, as I have to go run, but not run, and get the hula hoop because I'm being stupid. Really, I am, because there is so many more things that I'm not even listing that I could do to possibly get hurt or break something that is not on myself to do that I could do with a hula hoop. Because as I speak this, I'm currently spinning the hula hoop towards a vehicle windshield that is directly to my left. So that is one of the main reasons I am not being uncautious. careless. That's the word. Now, I'm not being careless with it because I know of the different things that I could possibly do whilst spinning this around myself or spinning it around my hand or different things like that. Now, on to one of the final tricks of the night, because I don't want to keep wasting your time with this, although I do appreciate you allowing me to waste your time. I'm going to go ahead and flip this to where I can see my balance point, just now realizing that I can barely see my balance point. Um, also, forgive me again, as I may share some skin on this one, because, yeah, I'm not wearing the small or the biggest of shirts. But yeah, we're just gonna start out simple with simple balance. Make sure we've got it right there. Now, once again, it may not seem that hard, but it is also wet and much bigger than I'm used to. Although I have balanced ladders and rakes and things like that on my face, I am not skilled with hula hoops, and these things can, well, potentially kill. It really depends on how you hit your neck with it. Like if you're spinning it around your neck and somebody it gets caught on something, that's that is obviously one of the ways. Also, if you get like a really heavy hula hoop, um, it puts a lot of inward pressure on your neck, and with it doing that, you can one get whiplash, or two, it can pull right against your um or right against your throat, and that is not good either. It also is pulling directly against your spine as your spine goes up into your neck. So just very overall not safe to spin it around your neck. Although I know that is what a lot of us did as kids, and so was spinning around our neck, especially ones that couldn't spin it around their hips. Um, and if you couldn't do either of those, you just rolled it along the ground, which I'm going to do while coming to check the comments, because I see another one, I think. Oh, you butt. Okay, I'm sorry. Really, Brandon? Really? Okay. It ain't that dangerous. They're just volunteering. They don't get paid to do nothing. Um, so yeah. Anyways, I mean, it's literally in their name. They're volunteering to do nothing. So yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and continue the video. And so now I'm gonna spin it. Ow, ow, ow. Hold up. That hurt. Spin as much water off of this as I can before I attempt this one, because I do not want it slipping and hitting anything. So attempting to spin this as fast as I can. Uh, there we go. All right, I think we should be fine now. Let's see, there's our mark. So we're gonna go to here. Try not to get this any more wet. All right. Like I said, I may sure some skin on this. I apologize if I do. Also, let me know if when I'm further back, you guys can see the hula hoop. I'm trying to do it where you guys can, but also to where um, I'm not too far from the camera. I'm probably about a good 20 feet from the camera right now, 25 maybe. But either way, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Let's see here. We're gonna go in 3, 2, 1. Please forgive me as I am going to hang up or decline a phone call that I'm getting. Okay, so going again. Let's try this one more time. All right, okay, that's 3, 2, 1. Whoa, come on, stupid. 3, 2, 1, and come on. Oh, don't fall backwards. Okay, we're trying this, people. Come on. And here we go. We're doing it. Okay, we can only do that one for a couple seconds because it is so wet. But that's going to be the end of the stream. As I do not have any more tricks with the hula hoop. But I thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe. Ring the notification bell, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Hope you guys enjoy, and peace, and have a blessed night.